Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Sorry, we had some discontinuity for last couple of weeks, but again we are back. We should be okay to move forward. And so, with one more chapter, we will be completing the eighth canto. Once the eighth canto uh, is completed, I will summarize the entire eighth canto in two sessions. And then we can begin the ninth canto. So let me do short invocation so we can discuss this chapter. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavat Yuttama Bhavati Naishtuki. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today's chapter is chapter 23rd, 8th canto, 23rd chapter, entitled The Demigods Should Regain the Heavenly Planets. It's a very simple and straightforward chapter, but there are a couple of very, very important verses so that we will focus on our discussion upon them. And these are quoted by our like ISKCON, GBC, and other people very often. Very important verses, a couple of them. Okay, so before we come into the chapter 23rd, in let's see what happened in chapter 22nd. Yeah. So in chapter 21, Bali Maharaj was arrested by Garuda. Garuda using the ropes of Varuna, means it's Naga Pasha. Naga Pasha. Pasha means rope. Naga refers to the snake here. So ropes of Varuna they are snake basically. So he was bound to the ropes of Varuna, which is called Naga Pasha, in chapter 21. And in chapter 22, Bali Maharaj, felt that that he could not fulfill his vow, and he decided to, he thought that I will be defamed. I want to keep my promise somehow or other. I want to fulfill my promise. Saying this, he actually offered the Lord his head. Oh, my Lord, my head is still empty. You can place your foot upon me. While he was being bound by the ropes of Varuna, his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj came there, to see him, and Lord Brahma came, and there were other demigods as well. Shiva is also there in that assembly. Um, and Lord Brahma said that no, he deserves no more punishment. Oh my Lord, you have tested him enough. Please release Bali Maharaj. Vindhyavali said his wife that he's he's offering his head, thinking body and head belongs to him, but actually everything belongs to you, my Lord. What can we offer to you? Hmm? Everything is yours. Um, that's what Vindhyavali said. Um, and then, you know, after Brahma had spoken, Lord then spoke to Bali Maharaj. Uh, Um, so he said Bali Maharaj has become the most famous among the demons uh, because he is fixed in his devotional service. Why? Although bereft of his riches, fallen from his position, uh, um, and defeated, arrested by his enemies, rebuked by his relatives. So basically, what were the circumstances? His relatives did not like him because he promised to give 3 pieces of land to Vamandev. His relatives did not like. His guru did not like him because his guru said, Shukracharya, that it's Vamandev is non-different from Vishnu, none other than Vishnu. He will take away everything. Mm. And now, he decided to offer, but even Lord also, did not, initially did not appear to be satisfied. He arrested Bali Maharaj. Uh, Spiritual master cursed, relatives did not like, Lord arrested. In spite of all this, Bali Maharaj was very much fixed in his vow and did not give up his truthfulness. Hmm? Um, so Lord then said, because of his great tolerance, Bali Maharaj, because of your great tolerance, I'm giving you a place which is not even obtainable by the demigods. Uh, in the next Manvantara, that is Savarni, 8th Manvantara, we are in the 7th Manvantara. 7th is Vaivasvata Manvantara. Next one is Savarni. In the next Manvantara, you will become the king of heaven. The king of heaven will rule the heavenly planet for one Manvantara. One Manvantara is equal to 71 Divya Yugas. In one day of Brahma, there will be 14 Manus coming. So Bali Maharaj will be becoming the king of heavenly planet in next Manvantara. But until he achieves that position, he can go and live on the planet known as Sutala, which is actually made by Vishwakarma according to the will of the Lord. And his Lord said that this place is protected by me, and it is free from mental and bodily miseries. There is no fatigue or dizziness, defeat, and even the demigods desired to go there. And Lord said, "You go there surrounded by your friends and your relatives. Uh, and no one will be able to transgress your rule. If someone tries to transgress your rule, my disc will kill them." Mm. Uh, mm. And Lord said, "I shall always be with you." This is the point. O Bali Maharaj, I shall always be with you and give you protection. Uh, and moreover, you will be able to see me there. Always able to see me, just not just like that. You will always be able to see me there. Uh, so these are the benedictions that Lord gave to Bali Maharaj. And we all know that um, Vamandev gave his benediction to Bali Maharaj. So we all know that he became the gatekeeper mm, uh, of Bali Maharaj in the planet Sutala. So then chapter 23 begins from there onwards. It's a continuation. Um, so it's now the turn of Bali Maharaj to say something. The Lord spoke, Lord gave his benedictions, and hmm, so now Bali Maharaj is speaking. So what does Bali Maharaj say? Hmm. So Bali Maharaj, the great soul, um, he folded his hands and his eyes are filled with tears and his voice was faltering in devotional ecstasy. And he responded as follows. He said, "Oh, my Lord, I was trying to offer respectable obeisances unto you. Merely I was trying to do, but however, my attempt was as successful as those of a pure devotees. You have shown me causeless mercy to this fallen demon. Uh, Even the demigods did not achieve this kind of benediction from you, O my Lord. You are very merciful upon to this demon like me." Mm, mm. And Bali Maharaj mm, offered his obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vamandev, then to Lord Brahma and also Lord Shiva. Mm. They were there in that uh, discussion. And thus he was released from the bondage of this Naga Pasha, ropes of Varuna. He was freed from Naga Pasha, ropes of Varuna. And then he entered with full satisfaction, he entered the planet known as Sutala planet. Mm, mm. So after that, Prahlad Maharaj, seeing this, his grandson descending to the planet, Sutala planet. So he spoke to the Lord. Hmm? And what did Prahlad Maharaj say? Hmm? So first, he says that how the Lord has matchless kindness. uh, and yes, I think that such kindness had never been achieved even by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. What to speak of other demigods or common people? So, such a wonderful kindness that Lord had shown. Yes, he tests, but if we pass the test, we get the benediction. Just like Mother Yashoda also, he tried. Uh, she tried time and again to bind um, Krishna. So Lord was testing, but she did not give up. And then Lord agreed to be bound. Uh, um, so he had shown his mercy to Yashoda, and there also it is mentioned that same. There is one verse, wonderful verse. It says that Naham Virincho, neither Brahma nor Shiva nor Lakshmi have ever achieved such kind of benediction. Uh, Here also it is same mentioned. Uh, the, I think that such kindness has never been achieved by um, mm, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Goddess Lakshmi. Mm. Uh, let's see. Yeah, and then Prahlad Maharaj mm, then says, yeah, and he talks about the Lord being equal to everyone. uh, Samoham sarvabhuteshu namedveshosti na priya ye bhajantu te mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. Mm. Lord is neither partial nor impartial, but is reciprocal. Yes, he appears to be partial to his devotees. Uh, um, so uh, yes, um, this is not partiality. However, for your character is just like that of a desire tree, which yields everything according to one's own desire. But if someone says that Lord is partial to his devotees, yes, Prabhupada says that. Uh, so although a parent hate uh, may not hate other children, uh, parent will you know love parent loves their children more definitely than other children. Similarly, Lord is also like that. But anybody can become a devotee of the Lord and access that mercy, that kindness, mm, uh, from the Lord. And then after Prahlad Maharaj glorifying the Lord in this way, and the Lord Woman Dev spoke, "My dear son Prahlad, all good fortune unto you. For the time being, please go to Sutala and live with your grandson Bali Maharaj and your friends, relatives there." It is said that Bali Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj lives in Vaikunta planets and also on the Sutala planet simultaneously. Uh, um, so it is mentioned that, like that. Simultaneously lives. Sutala planet is part of the material world, but he also lives in the Vaikunta planets with his worshipable hmm, deity of Nrsimhadev. And the Lord has said that, you will be able to see me there, just like he had instructed it to Bali Maharaj. Mm. Um, so after that, Prahlad Maharaj circumambulated Vamandev, and then he offered his respectable obeisances and then entered the Sutala planet. So after this, um, Vamandev, mm, mm, Lord Hari or Narayana. So thereafter he spoke to Shukracharya because all the priests were there. The entire uh, pastime took place uh, on the sacrificial arena where the sacrifice was going on. All the priests were sitting, Brahmavadis were sitting there, Shukracharya was also there. So, but Shukracharya, now Bali Maharaj is not here. Bali Maharaj and his relatives and Prahlad Maharaj, they all entered the Sutala planet. Lord spoke to Shukracharya. He said, "Oh, my dear Shukracharya, please describe the fault or discrepancy in your disciple Bali Maharaj, who engaged in performing sacrifices. Hmm? And this fault will be nullified when judged in the presence of qualified Brahmanas." So there were Brahmanas present, and Lord asked, "Tell me the fault of your disciple. You cursed him." Hmm? So tell me the fault of your disciple, Bali Maharaj. Uh, yeah, Shukracharya had unnecessarily cursed him. Nonetheless, this was better for Bali Maharaj. Uh, Being cursed by Shukracharya, Bali Maharaj was deprived of all his possessions, with the results that the Supreme Personality of Godhead favored him for his strong faith in his devotional service. So let us see. What is the answer by Shukracharya? So these are two important verses, 15 and 16 in this chapter, 23rd. Chapter 23rd we are reading, text 15 and 16. But text 16 is often quoted. So text 15, what does Shukracharya say? "Oh my Lord, you are the enjoyer and lawgiver in all performances of sacrifices." He is the Yajna Bhokta, means there is a Yajna Purusha, means the enjoyer of that sacrifice is Krishna. "Oh my Lord, you are the enjoyer." Bhoktaram, it is said, enjoyer of all the sacrifices. One who satisfies you, what is the chance of discrepancy? No discrepancy. If one has fully satisfied you, where is the chance of discrepancy or force in performing the sacrifice? You understand? Ultimately, the sacrifice is to please the Lord. But here, Bali Maharaj had already pleased the Lord. Where is the fault? Oh, my Lord. Earlier, there were questions about Shukracharya. Why Shukracharya was not, you know, guiding Bali Maharaj properly, but he is playing a role here on behalf of the Lord. He's an acting as an instrument. But now, see what he says. "Oh my Lord, he had already satisfied you. What is the fault? There is no fault." Hmm? Anybody remembers that mm, some examples of this where they are conducting yajna, and however somebody pleases the Lord without without the yajna. You remember the wives of Brahmanas?
In
For,
Krishna.
Krishna book, Krishna Leela. The wives of the Brahmanas. So when Krishna and Balram, along with his friends, they were, in the forest, And when the friends of Krishna and Balaram complained that they were hungry, and Krishna asked them to go to the brahmanas nearby who are performing yajna, and gathered a large amount of foodstuffs. And when the boys went and asked, they did not respond. Initially, they mentioned Krishna's name, then they mentioned Balaram's name. They ignored completely, but the Brahmanas ignored. Then Krishna said, go and ask the wives of the Brahmanas. Hmm? And what did the wives do? They simply, the food that is actually, the food that is kept for, for the use of yajna or sacrifice, they had given to the boys. Not only had given the food stuff, but also they left that place to see Krishna. Hmm? Uh, and there was a nice discussion, but when they returned, they actually wanted to stay with Krishna in the forest. And Krishna said, no, it's not right. You have to go back. And they were wondering whether they would be accepted by their husbands when they come back. Lord said, you have pleased me, that's enough. Your husbands will like you now. So when they went back, they were welcomed by their husbands, and the Brahmanas regretted very much themselves. We are trying to do a sacrifice to please the Lord, but somehow or other our intelligence was covered. We did not, that time we did not understand that Krishna and Balaram were the supreme personalities of Godhead. What is the use of all these tantras, mantras, mudras, and yajnas? These women, they never done anything, like they did not undergo the thread ceremony, no proper initiation, yet they please the Lord. We are useless like that. So they regretted very much. Um, and they wanted to go and see Krishna. They did not go and see Krishna. Do you know why they didn't go and see Krishna?
Too guilty.
Not guilty, but also they're afraid of Kamsa.
Yeah, because then he will, yeah, he might notice them. And
They're afraid of Kamsa. Uh, they could have gone, but these women, they were not scared of anyone. They just went. So that also indicates that how pleasing the Lord is very important this way. So Shukracharya said this, and then he quotes a famous verse. So this one I request, I think every one of you should know the meaning, if not the Sanskrit. Okay? This is such an important verse. Mantratastantratashchidram deshakalarhavastutaha sarvam karoti nishchidram anusankirtanam tava. There may be discrepancies in pronouncing a mantras. Yeah. And observing the regulative principles. And moreover, there may be discrepancies in regards to time, place, person, and paraphernalia. But when your Lordship's holy name is chanted, everything becomes faultless. Sarvam karoti nishidram, everything will become perfect. When Anusankirtanam Tava, when your holy name is chanted. uh, so there may be faults in uttering the mantras, observing the regulative principles, and with regards to time, place, circumstances. But if one chants the holy name of the Lord, everything will be fine. That's why, you know, sometimes people give much importance to the fire sacrifice, but the holy name is more important. That's the what kind of sacrifice you call it? Um, Sankirtan Yajna. That is also Yajna. Sankirtan Yajna. We read the purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama Iva Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatiranyatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva. 3 times. Na asti. Na asti means there is nothing. So it is mentioned 3 times. There is no other way. This is from Bruhad Naradiya Purana. In this age of Kali, it is extremely difficult to perform Vedic ritualistic ceremonies or sacrifices perfectly. Hardly anyone can chant the Vedic mantras with perfect pronunciation or accumulate the paraphernalia for Vedic performance. All the paraphernalia that we collect is so much contaminated. Therefore, the sacrifice recommended in this age is Sankirtana, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Yajnahi Sankirtana Prayir Yajantihi Sumedasa. So that means if one worships the Lord with Sankirtana Yajna, that person is considered to be Sumedasa, very intelligent. Intelligent people worship the Lord with Sankirtan Yajna. Instead of wasting time performing Vedic sacrifices, those who are intelligent, those who possesses good brain substance, my goodness, please see this. Instead of wasting time performing Vedic sacrifices, those who are intelligent, those who possesses good brain substance should take to the chanting of the Lord's holy name and thus perform sacrifice perfectly. I've seen that many religious leaders are addicted to performing yajnas and spending hundreds and thousands of rupees for imperfect sacrificial performances. This is a lesson for those who unnecessarily execute such imperfect sacrifices. We should take the advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Yajnayi Sankirtana Prayir, Yajantihi Sumedasa. Although Shukracharya was a strict Brahmana, addicted to ritualistic activities, he also admitted, Nishchidram, Nishchidram, Anusankirtanam Tava. My Lord, constant chanting of the holy name of your Lordship makes everything perfect. In Kali Yuga, the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies cannot be performed as perfectly as before. Therefore, Srila Jiva Goswami has recommended that although one has to take care to follow all the principles in every kind of spiritual activity, especially in the worship of deity, there is still chance of discrepancies. Even if you worship the deity in the temple, there will be chance of discrepancies, and one should compensate for this by chanting the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In our Krishna conscious movement, we therefore give special stress to the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra in all activities. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hmm. So that's what Shukracharya mentioned. Hmm. And after that, um, um, Shukadeva Goswami mentions that Lord Vamandev uh, delivered the heavenly kingdom to Indra. You remember, if you go back to few chapters, Bali Maharaj had taken over the heavenly kingdom, became so powerful. Seeing Bali Maharaj, Indra and his associates actually fled the heavenly planet. They could not even challenge Bali Maharaj that time. And Mother Aditi, mother of the demigods, Devatas, not able to see her sons on the heavenly planet, um, was very much, deep, distressed, and then requested her husband, Kashyapa Muni, to provide some solution. In response to that, Kashyapa asked her to follow Payovrata ceremony. Payo means milk. She lived on milk for 12 days and worshipped the Lord. Mm. And Lord Vishnu. When Lord Vishnu appeared, she wanted to see her sons back on the heavenly planets and wanted the kingdom. So the Lord promised her that he would become her son and fulfill her desire. And thereafter, Lord appeared as Vamandev to a dwarf um, Brahmana, to Mother Aditi and Kashyapa Muni. Then he went to the place where Bali Maharaj was performing the sacrifices, and then whole incident, took place. Here now, he fulfilled his vow to Aditi and handed over the heavenly kingdom to Indra. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and other um, inhabitants of Pitraloka, all others, saintly people, Lord Shiva, Angira, they accepted Lord Vamandev as their protector. Um, Lord Vamandev was their protector. And mm, so they accepted Upendra, Lord Vamandev, as the supreme master of everything. Uh, so then this way, the Indra, had taken in charge of the heavenly kingdom. Um, so after this incident, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Kartikeya, sages such as Bhrigu, other inhabitants of the higher planets, Siddhaloka, Pitraloka, all, they They traveled back to their own places, chanting the glories of Vamandev. Mm. And then Shukadeva Goswami gives some wonderful benedictions. Um, those who hear about this are certainly freed from all the results of sinful activities. Uh, those who hear about the pastime of Lord Vamandev, mm, they'll be certainly freed from all the sinful activities. And mm, if one hears the uncommon activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his various incarnations, is certainly elevated to the higher planets. Even they can be brought back to the Godhead. Mm. So this is another verse. If possible, you can try and learn this. ययिदं देवदेवस्य हरेरद्भुतकर्मणः. Adbhuta they are wonderful activities, superhuman activities. Deva Devasya means uh, is the Lord of all the Lords. Harer Adbhuta Karmana. ययिदं देवदेवस्य हरेरद्भुतकर्मणः अवतारानुचरितम् शृण्वन् याति परां गतिम्. Avataranucharitam. Hmm? So the activities of the various avataras, Avataranucharitam, the activities performed in different incarnations. Shrunvan, simply hear, and then you attain the destination, supreme destination. You need not to go to forest and stand on one leg, perform austerities, or you need not to do a big fire sacrifice. You simply keep on hearing the activities of the Lord. Mm, that Lord had performed so many activities. Simply here. And so that's why, we hear, we summarize Krishna book. This is the third time I think we are doing the summaries of Krishna book on every Sunday in our morning Sangha. Mm. And in addition to that, not only the activities of the Lord, but activities of the pure devotees also will give you same destination. The result of paramgatim, by hearing the activities performed by pure devotees, also you can attain the highest goal. And that's why we are reading Leelamrita. Hmm. And that's the benediction. And then this one, it is wonderfully mentioned here that whenever activities of Vamandev are described in the course of a ritualistic ceremony, whether the ceremony be performed to please all the demigods, to please one's forefathers in Pitraloka, or to celebrate a social event like marriage, that ceremony should be considered to be extremely auspicious. So, if there is any event like this, there are three kinds of celebrations. One is to please an event or ceremony to please the Supreme Lord and the demigods, such event. The other event is a social ceremony, social celebration like marriage, birthday, etc. The third category is events to please forefathers, such as Shraddha. So in these events, if one discuss the pastimes of Lord Vamandev, that ceremony is considered to be very pious, extremely pious. So now you know if there is any marriage or birthday ceremony, etc., you know which pastime to discuss. You can discuss any pastime, but this has been clearly mentioned here. Okay, so chapter is so simple. The whole eighth canto is not at all a tricky canto. It's very straightforward and simple. Um, so in this chapter, following on from the previous chapter, wherein Vaman Dev had Vaman Dev had given his benediction to Bali Maharaj by being pleased with his devotion and awarded him the planet of Sutala, and not only Sutala but also in the next Manvantara that Bali Maharaj is going to be the king of heaven. And while on the Sutala planet, if anyone tries to transgress the order of Bali Maharaj, the disc of Lord will kill them. Means basically he had given his disc to Bali Maharaj, and on that planet Bali Maharaj will always be able to see the Lord's presence. And in addition to this, elsewhere it is mentioned that Vamandev became the gatekeeper of Bali Maharaj. Hmm. So after hearing this, Bali Maharaj spoke in this chapter, and his eyes were filled with water, tears, and then his voice was choked in ecstasy. Then he spoke and he said he expressed his gratitude and um, then offered his obeisances to the Lord and Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, who were all present, and then entered the Sutala planet with his relatives. After that, Prahlad Maharaj was also present there, glorified the Supreme Lord's uncommon activities and um, glorified his mercy, like his kindness upon the demons, and so after then Vamandev instructed Prahlad Maharaj also to go and live with his grandson on the Sutala planet, where we mentioned that. Mm, uh, so Prahlad Maharaj also lives in the Vaikuntha planet, living with his grandson on the Sutala planet. We mentioned that. Then after this, Vamandev asked Shukracharya to, you know, um, tell the exact fault of his disciple Bali Maharaj. But Shukracharya said, "My lord, if one has pleased you, we are doing yajna to please you only. Bali Maharaj had already pleased you, so nothing. There is no fault in my uh, disciple." And then he also says that there may be discrepancies in conducting sacrifices, uttering mantras, the prana, and according to the time, place, and circumstances, there may be faults in many things in performing the sacrifice. But if one chants your holy name, everything will be perfect. And so after that, so the Lord has handed over the kingdom back to Indra, and Indra was very much pleased. All the demigods present there, Brahma, Shiva, and all other beings, they accepted Upendra. Vaman, they was their leaders, their protector, and they all eventually went back on their on their airplanes back to their planets. And at the end, Shukadeva Goswami offers wonderful benedictions to the listeners of uh, this pastime, saying that one who hears will be freed from all the sinful actions, sinful reactions, and any ceremony in which Vamandev pastime is discussed, that ceremony is considered to be the most auspicious. With that, this chapter ends, and so there is only one more chapter in this. That is again a beautiful, wonderful narration of another pastime. That is Matsya, the fifth incarnation of the Lord, is discussed in chapter 24. And with that, we will conclude the eighth canto. And after the eighth canto has been concluded, we will try to summarize the entire eighth canto in a couple of sessions, and then we'll move on to the ninth canto. So next Thursday, so we will discuss Matsya Incarnation, chapter 24. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Grandhara, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Lord Vaman Dev ki jai. Bali Maharaj ki jai. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanati. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
You can ask a
Hare Krishna,
question.
Prabhuji.
Sure,
Thank
sure,
you so
sure,
much.
sure. Anybody has any thoughts, if they have any realizations or any comments, any questions, please do so. Yes,
It
Shamasati.
was wonderful, wonderful lecture. You talked beautifully about Lord Vamandev's activities. Prabhuji, just you mentioned Prahlad Maharaj was able to live in Vaikuntha planet and Sutarlok simultaneously. Is it because he expanded into?
Yes, this one I heard it from senior devotees. Yes, so pure devotees like Lord, they can do that. Uh, uh, so it is possible. That's what I was told. Because Prahlad Maharaj was already, he was a pure devotee. There was no need for him to stay here, isn't it? So, but he's participating in this pastime. Yeah, so I heard from some senior devotees saying that
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, he can live like that. Sometimes it is also possible. You see, do you know the uh, what's his name? Haridas Thakur.
Yeah.
Who is Haridas Thakur?
Brahmaji and Prahlad Maharaj.
Combined. It's combined, Brahmaji and Prahlad Maharaj. So some things they go beyond our imagination.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes, Lalita Preeti. You want to say anything? You are on mute.
No, no, it's such a nice that the for a surrendered soul, how Lord reciprocates. It's so beautiful. It's it increases the faith in the Lord and His love to His devotees. Because sometimes it's been like Queen Kunti. It's like that, oh, God is giving only trouble, but it's not the trouble. It's just only the time to see how much they surrendered. Once surrendered, um, the Lord reciprocates so much more beyond the
Beyond our
imagination.
expectation. The,
Ah,
the, the results are always beyond our expectations
mm.
in devotional service.
That
Yes,
is
so
so
Lord
positive.
tests, we have to, we have to be patient.
Mm.
We still have to continue devotion in spite of all the challenges.
Mm.
Sometimes challenges also gives us an opportunity to surrender to Lord. When everything is going nicely, we think we are the Lord. We don't need the Lord.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, Nisha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I was just thinking about the same thing when Daksha insulted Lord Shiva and he kept on meditating um, Vishnu throughout the insult and he walked out of the arena. But devotion was more greater for him than anything else happened in there. So is the same context or?
Who was, who was meditating on Vishnu? Lord Shiva
Daksha?
was meditating on
Yeah,
Vishnu.
Lord Shiva was meditating on Vishnu in spite of Daksha insulted
Yes.
him very badly on the arena, but he
Yeah.
kept doing
That
that and he
that
didn't leave
that
the temple.
yeah, that pastime actually tells how a Vaishnava is tolerant.
Okay. All right.
So that is the character of a great Vaishnava. Lord Shiva's. Lord Shiva just simply left that place after being insulted by Daksha. He did not say much. He was patient. He was tolerant. Mm. But his disciple Nandi did not keep quiet.
Yeah. So we
That is
should.
okay. That is fine. Like, if insult is upon us, we can be quiet. But if insult is another to another devotee, if we are there, then we should we should try and do something. Uh, hmm.
But then when we say the holy name is more important, so Lord Shiva did the right thing by just keep devoting to the holy name.
Yeah, but this context is different.
The
So
context different. Okay.
completely a different context, isn't it? Yes,
Okay.
holy name is always different, but in Lord Shiva, in that case, the point was that how a Vaishnava behaves when insulted by another person.
Okay.
That is what the pastime tells. Uh,
Okay.
but later, of course, Lord Shiva, um, corrects the behavior of Daksha, isn't it, by punishing him.
Yeah. Yeah. I
First,
guess so.
first, he was patient, but there is a limit for everything. And then he decided to teach him a lesson and correct him.
Okay. Maybe I just got mixed up with
Mm.
two things. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so if there are no comments or questions, we'll end the session here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Excellent.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Arya.